Hi guys, it's Jordan here with my labor and delivery story. Um, I just filmed my 1 week postpartum update, so it has been 1 week since baby Alex was born. I know I said his little facts in that video, but I'll say him here too. He's born on December 4th, 2012 at 11:59 a.m. He was 7 pounds 10 ounces, which is also how much I weighed when I was born. And he was 20.5 inches long. So let's just jump right into it. So I woke up December 4th, about 7 or so, and I was just like, I have to poop. That's what I have to do. And that's what I did. Because my stomach felt like that. Like, not like diarrhea, but kind of like the bubble guts a little bit. TMI, but whatever. It's a labor and delivery story. What do you expect? And my stomach, it just hurt so bad. So I was like, okay, let me go to the bathroom. So I did that. Had a BM. Then, I noticed that I was leaking a little bit, like a little bit of fluid. But I thought I was just discharged. But then I actually looked and I was like, oh, that's like water. At least it looks kind of like water. And so I called my friend who just had a baby 7 months ago. It'll be 7 months tomorrow, actually. And she was like, yeah, it's probably a little fluid. And then I was like, but I was like, my back still hurts. Like, my stomach, my back still hurts. Like I have to poop some more. And then, like, as soon as I said that, I was like, oh, these are contractions. Because my back would start burning, my lower back. And I was like, oh, I have back labor. And every time my back would hurt, my uterus would tighten. So I was like, yeah, having contractions. So got the phone with her, and I had about 4 on the phone with her, and I was on the phone with her for about 12 minutes or so, and I had like 4 contractions. So then I called the doctor's office. This is about 8:30. Called the doctor's office, and they were like, okay, just come in and we'll squeeze you in and see what's going on. So went in, and the midwife, one of the midwives, and her student midwife, they came in. The midwife, she checked my cervix, and she was like, wow, you're at 7 and your bag is bulging, like just waiting to burst. And so she was like, I'm just gonna wheel you, I'm gonna call the hospital, I'm gonna tell them you're coming, and we're gonna wheel you over there because it's across the street. And so it felt like forever. It felt like they were taking forever to do everything because it hurt. And so got the wheelchair, got me in there. I'm on the phone with Alex, so I'm like, you're not gonna make it here in time, like just stay there. Like I was like, he's gonna come before you get here. Like I just know it. And so yeah, got in the elevator, went downstairs, wheeled me across to the hospital. Got to the hospital. I already pre-registered, so that was great. They didn't even take me to triage. They already had a room for me. Went straight to my room. Then the OB that was on for that day, who was one of my favorite ones, she was lovely. She checked my cervix again, and I was at 9. So from the time they checked me at the office to the time they checked me in the hospital was about not even an hour. So I was at 9, went from 7 to 9. And she was like, my bag was still like just ready to burst. So, they got my, my hip lock on, so I'm just, ready to rock and roll. I gave my birth plan, and they did the best they could because it was moving so fast. Like I couldn't use my birthing ball because I was already in transition. I wasn't even like in active. I was in transition, ready, about to get ready to push. So the music, I didn't. Those things I didn't use because everything was moving so fast. They did dim lights for me though. I noticed that they did that for me. So yeah, they. I guess the nurse, on my birth plan it said, don't ask me if I want any pain medicine, but she asked me, and I didn't get angry. I was just like, no, I don't want an epidural. I did it. I was like, I'm doing this naturally. And so I was just, after a few minutes, I was like, I have to pee, so I tried to go pee. That didn't work. So I got back in the bed. By this time, the contractions are extremely strong. I'm like crippling over because they're so painful. And I just like, can you just break my water? Let's just do this. Let's start pushing. Just break my water, please. So I was still at 9. Wasn't at 10 yet. Still at 9. No, I lied. She just checked me again, and I was at 10. And then I was like, can you please break my water? So she broke it. No, she tried to break. She was about to get ready to break it, but then I had contractions, and I kind of forgot. And then she had to go do something else. And then like 15 minutes later, she came back in. I was like, oh, can you break it? She's like, yeah. We both forgot. So she broke my water. It's gushed out everywhere. And what happened after that? I started to push. I was like, I feel like I have to bear down and just push. And no one told me when to push or for how long to push for. That was part of my birth plan too. Just let me push when I feel the need to push. And that's exactly what happened. They gave me the squat bar. That was only useful to prop my leg up on. Seriously, because I couldn't squat. Like, it was so fun. I couldn't squat. I was like under the bar. Like, I couldn't squat. So I ended up, for the most part, either on my side or like on all fours, because that was just most comfortable for me. And actually, there was a student nurse in there, and the regular nurse was telling the student nurse, she's like, I'm so glad that you're here to see this natural birth, because the body tells you what to do. And that's what it was. Like, my body told me what position to get in to get comfortable, and to, when to push and all that stuff. So it was great. So I don't know how long I was pushing for. No one knew. We didn't care. My brother, my sister, my mom, and Alex's mom actually ended up being in there. So they saw me in all my glory. And I just pushed, and I pushed, and I pushed, and I was yelling, like, not even, I was yelling. I was, I like yelling. Some were like deep yells, some were high-pitched yells. I was yelling a lot, and I was very loud. And I only said one curse word, which is surprising. It was shit. I was like, oh shit. I was hungry because I hadn't eaten. I didn't eat the night before. Well, I did eat, but it was like at 10. I didn't eat breakfast because obviously when I woke up, it was, So I was starving, and I was just like, I can't do this. I only said that maybe a couple times. And Alex was on the phone with his mom, so he heard me yelling. And then I was just like, get him out of me. And they were like, here's his head. We see his head. And everybody was like, oh my God, his head. And he saw his hair. And everyone was just like, Jordan, you can do this, you can do this, you can do this. And I was like, oh my God, I'm so tired. And I rolled over my right side, and I had my leg up on the squat bar. And every time I would push, like, I would pull my leg. Well, my nurse was like, pull your leg so you can push. So I pushed. And I was just like, I feel like I was pushing for hours. I know I wasn't, but I feel like I was pushing for a really long time. And then for like the last 2 or 3 pushes, I actually was on my back. I was on my back, and I was like, and I saw him come out, and it was beautiful. And I was just like, oh, and they placed him on my chest, and I kissed him, and all his little womb juices. And it was, he cried, and Alex cried because he heard him cry over the phone. And I was just like, my baby, and just the most beautiful thing I've ever seen in my life. And to hear him cry, I was just like, wow, this is a baby. And we waited until hold on. So yeah, he was on my chest, and they suctioned him and wiped off his face a little bit. And then once his cord stopped pulsating, I cut the cord, and they took him to the little setup, and he got him cleaned up, weighed him, measured him, and all of that good stuff. And then they gave him back to me, and I nursed for the first time. And we snapped pictures and everything, and no, I lied. Rewind. They still had him over there, because they still had him over there, and delivered my placenta with no Pitocin, by the way, just came out. And, gave me my little stomach massage, because it definitely wasn't a massage. And then she stitched me up. I had a 2nd-degree tear, so it's not bad. My stitches, everything's healing nicely. I don't have a lot of discomfort now. At 1 week postpartum, it's just, I still take my ibuprofen that they prescribed for me, but, and I managed to have a bowel movement yesterday, so score. 6 days postpartum, had a bowel movement. But yes, they brought him back to me, and I fed him, and then we have a skin to skin, taking pictures, and then I took him to the nursery to gave him his bath. My sister went with him, and all the other stuff. Didn't get the Hep B shot or the vitamin K shot or the eye ointment, or he didn't get circumcised either. So yeah, and then I was in the L&D room for a little while longer, and then took me over to my recovery room, my postpartum room, and yeah, the hospital stay was great. I was ready to get home though. They would come in periodically, check him, check me. My uterus went down like really, really fast, because they would come and check me. They're like, "What? Whoa, it's like way down there," because it was. And yeah, I'm saying a lot, but sorry. But I was bleeding great, no clots or anything. I was able to pee, didn't need catheter or anything like that. And we came home on my due date on Thursday, December 6th. We came home. They discharged us, and his first car ride was cool. He cried a little bit until we started moving. He was like, oh, I like this. So he liked it. And yeah, so now I'm just enjoying my life as a new mother with my baby, and waiting for Alex to come home from school this weekend, so we can see. We FaceTimed or whatever, so saw him on there, but in pictures, of course, but that's compared to like being in person. So he gets to see him for the first time in person this weekend when he comes home, and so that'll be exciting to see. I'll definitely be taking pictures of that, seeing father and son bond. And that's it. That's my story. Oh, forgot a major part about it. From the time of my first contraction to when he was out, it was about 5 hours. So from 7 to 11. 12. 7 to 12. Basically, it was about 5 hours. And that's just kind of a warning for my future pregnancies, that I'll probably have a really short labor with all of them. His head didn't come out like combed up or anything, because he wasn't in the birth canal for very long. But I will add some pictures of him. He's right here, but I'll add some pictures of him to the end of this video. And I will see you guys in my 2-week postpartum update, because I just filmed my 1 week, and it'll be up shortly as well. So I'll see you guys later. Bye.